I'm here with Rick Clark from the server team. Hi, Rick.
Hi, how you doing?
Not too bad. Are you enjoying UDS?
Yeah, it's always a stressful, tiring event, but it's quite fun as well.
Is this your first UDS?
It's my second UDS.
And are you a lead of the server team, is that right?
I'm the technical manager of the server team, yeah.
And what does that involve?
That involves, especially at UDS, creating specs, kind of overseeing technical, how we're doing the technical planning, and then after that, making sure that we implement in a good way the things that we've planned, and then making sure we meet our deadlines and we actually release.
So what can we expect from the server distribution in Intrepid Ibex?
Well, there's a few things that we're planning, some of which is going to fall on the floor after we start cutting, and some of which isn't, and it's impossible to tell for sure what, but one of the things we're looking at strongly is not just having groups of packages. I mean, if a distribution is just a group of packages, then they're all basically the same, and having application stacks that are tightly integrated. So a mail server, and you install a mail server. For example, right now you install Dovecot to do your mail client, and then you install Postfix so you can send mail. And they're not, when you install them, they don't communicate in any way. They don't share anything. They don't share any configuration. They can be integrated, but we don't do it. So what we want to do in this release is integrate all that. So you install the mail server and you get a nice product rather than a bunch of packages.
Does that apply to things like web services as well?
It does to some degree. So we're going to start with mail server. We already have a LAMP stack, which is the PHP, MySQL, and Apache. But I imagine we're going to start increasing that a bit and adding some more things to that. And so, yes, it does apply, but maybe not during this release.
So we're seeing changes in virtualization as well. Now, in the last release, I believe you sort of settled on KVM as the virtualization mechanism of choice, which was a move away from Xen. Can you talk about the reasons behind that?
Yeah, well, Xen, we looked at Xen and we looked at KVM, and at the last UDS, and this is kind of explains what we do at UDS, we, on a board, put up all of the virtualization possibilities into a matrix and saw which had the requirements that we had just defined. And Xen won. KVM won. Xen and KVM were actually closely tied, and then we had a discussion with the kernel team, and based on supportability, we went with KVM. And we really feel that KVM, because it's in the mainline kernel, is the future of virtualization under Linux.
It's a very different model from Xen, though. It's not the hypervisor model. It's all done in kind of user space.
It's very much simpler, which is why it's easier to support. And it's being developed at just a rapid pace, which was some of the danger of going with KVM, is that it's still fairly immature and is changing quickly. But we feel confident that it's going to be a very nice product very, very quickly. We're not completely dumping Xen. You know, we still are doing some work with Xen. We're considering at this UDS, we're talking about Ubuntu as a client, as a guest OS. And if we want to do that, we need to make sure that it can be installed easily anywhere. And part of that is providing Xen support so it can easily run and be the best guest possible under Xen.
Are we likely to see things like management tools for virtualization appearing? Some other distros have already got that sort of thing.
We already have that sort of thing. So right now we're using libvirt, and we're using Virt Manager, which is a GUI, and you can already do that in Hardy.
See, I haven't played with that yet. I will have to go away and do that. Now, I understand you're also trying to grow the server team a bit and get some new people into your area of the community.
Oh, we really want to grow the server team. It is kind of a different thing than growing the desktop team, because the desktop, we put in fancy desktop features and it's all sexy and everyone loves it. And the server team, the server packages are behind the scenes, and they don't. It's difficult to excite people, and the people interested in them sometimes don't have the time to be active in the community. So we have been growing a team. It's been growing well, but it's been difficult because the normal things that Ubuntu does to grow community haven't worked as well, and we've had to come up with new things.
Is that because servers are inherently away from people's vision because they're hidden away in the server room, and you perhaps get a very different sort of user for the server as you do from the desktop?
I think so. I think that if you just look at how much people like to change the look of their desktop and make it just like they want it, and they have different backgrounds and create themes, and you can really get personally identify with the desktop, and it's a little harder to do that with the server.
So what sort of people are you looking to get help from?
Well, we'd love to get help from people that are already using server packages and have experience using them in any kind of enterprise, be it small, large, medium. So people that have that experience. We're trying to get that, but it's a difficult group to reach.
So how can they get involved?
Well, we desperately need people to do, well, almost everything. We have development, we have packaging, we have documentation, and we have testing. And we certainly would love people to be involved at any capacity in any of those things.
So if somebody's got time to spare, they can go to the website, is it?
You can go to the ubuntu.com and under server team, and we have a how to get involved section, and just click on that. And then you can attend our IRC meetings, and we're very welcoming, and we'll give you something to do.
Excellent. So what's the one thing you think you're going to take away from UDS this time round?
For the server team specifically?
Well, or for you personally?
That's difficult because for the track leads, it's all sort of a blur. But I think the thing that I'm taking away, and the feeling around Ubuntu Server, is that we're ready. We're ready for prime time. It's time to start innovating. It's time to start to make ourselves stand out and really shoot past the competition.
Rick, thank you very much.
Thank you.